Welcome, Cosmic Light Collective. We are so happy that you are here with us, working through us, loving us, and helping us to awaken our souls and awaken the soul of humanity so that we can collectively move forward in a healthy world with a happy planet, with a civilization that is actually capable of being peaceful with each other and all other kingdoms of nature on the planet. You know that our topic for today is honesty, and we definitely look forward to your message relating to honesty. Here are our questions about that topic. How can we be honest with people who are not supportive of us? Honesty has two levels, that of the ego and of the soul. And what is your view on these two levels? And how can we keep our honesty soul-centered and not ego-focused? What is the difference between honesty, truth, and authenticity? How can we be honest about our relationship with the planet? And how can we honor honesty as an essential part of the evolutionary process? And with that being said, I now surrender to the transmission. I'm going to take a drink and off we go. Beloved ones, it is our pleasure to be in your presence, to be in your company, and to be collaborating with you. We see you today as equals on this journey, each of us doing our part from the realms in which we exist to support each other in wholeness, with knowledge and flow, so that we can collaboratively support each other's evolution and the experience of creation expanding in our cosmos, in our cosmic experience. We come forward today with great gratitude for all that was accomplished at the falls on the summer solstice, and for your willingness to be the humans who call forth this massive celestial assistance for the entire civilization. We recognize that there are many, hundreds of thousands, that are working on our collective goal and doing it each to the best of their abilities. And we are pleased to be here with you, working together with the levels of purity, integrity, and commitment to service, with the levels of wonder, delight, and excitement that you all share in the process unfolding. It is extremely important that you are light of heart and light of spirit as we move through such dark and difficult and dense experiences to break through to the soul of the planet, the soul of humanity, and offer redemption, healing, evolution, and transformation to a beautiful, precious, celestial home. This is a magnificent planet with so much diversity, so much beauty, and so much potential for evolutionary excellence. And you all participated in a major step forward for the planet moving in to that evolutionary excellence. We can't tell you enough how grateful we are that you show up with open hearts, open minds, and willing bodies to do what is required when it is required. There is a majesty to the spirituality with which you approach your evolution. And this comes from enlightened leadership on many levels that allows you to embrace the highest and best within you, moving forward to change your lives in the most beautiful of ways, but also in the most effective of ways. Put those two together, beauty and effectiveness, and let's talk about how that creates honesty. If you understand that honesty is beauty that is effectively delivered, to all life within your reach, you have a different understanding of what is happening. Let's explore this even further. Now, beauty, right? Beauty is in and of itself an evolving process, right? Beauty evolves. Think about it this way. Flowers bloom. You get dressed up. You put on makeup. Music is composed. It's developed. Literature is created. A story unfolds, right? Nature constantly renews itself. Beauty is an evolving process that's very fluid and creative. That fluid creativity, when effectively delivered to all life within its reach, becomes an honest expression of divinity in physical, honest expression of divinity in physical manifestation. An honest expression of divinity in physical manifestation. Now link this with that quality of delight, with the quality of wonder, with the qualities of exploration, right? So beauty evolving with this fluid creativity, wonder, right? Wonder and delight, a playful experience of what it means to be alive, and then effectively delivering this fluid creativity into all aspects of life, every kingdom of nature. You have a real honest expression of love in motion, an honest expression of love in motion. What is dishonest? What is dishonest? Dishonest is love that is stuck. Dishonesty is love that is stuck. Expression that is inhibited. Expression that is inhibited and oppressed. How can anything grow if it is not nurtured? So if we look at honesty as this beauty that is effectively delivered to all life within its reach, a fluid creativity of evolution explored with wonder, delight, and playfulness, so that it is expressed as an honest expression of divinity in physical manifestation, then we have evolution in a nutshell. Dishonesty is love that is stuck, love that is broken, love that is entrapped or imprisoned, not allowing for an expression of any delight, wonder, or evolutionary development, because the choice in dishonesty is to inhibit, suppress, and oppress. any evolutionary tendencies that would rock the boat, would create change, would disrupt norms. Where we are right now in terms of the awakening of the soul is a very honest experience of the soul needing support to allow for the expression of divinity in your physical manifestation. The soul chooses honesty. The ego chooses dishonesty. Right? The soul is always seeking this beauty that is effectively delivered to all life within its reach. The ego is constantly shrinking, entrapping, oppressing, minimizing and any of your abilities to unconditionally love, to express yourself in wonderful and magical ways as your spirituality guides you to all that you truly are. So we are introducing this concept of honesty today from this much larger evolutionary context so that you can free yourself from the ego's entrapment, so that you can choose the awakening of the soul that we began in our work together as our call commenced. Because it is essentially, right? It is essentially a beauty that you are discovering with wonder, delight, and playfulness that allows you to smile into your world again, that encourages you to have hope for the future, that enlivens your experience of existence so that you want to do something to change it because you're enjoying and appreciating it. The enjoyment and the appreciation of life is really at stake on the earth. It's seriously at stake on the earth, simply because the ego refuses to recognize that life is valuable on its own terms. See, honesty recognizes that beauty in fluid creativity is just embracing the divinity of physical manifestation. It's just embracing it. It's an honest embrace of all that is here. The ego doesn't allow you to appreciate or enjoy your life because it doesn't understand the purpose of life on earth. It was only created to defend itself from the separation and the loss that it experienced from the soul. If you're going to be honest about your ability to evolve, you must be honest about the dishonesty of your ego. And you must turn away from your ego's directives. And you must turn towards the instruction from your soul. That's where the beauty lies. That's where the delight and the wonder, even for an 80-year-old, lies. Your transmission specialist is enraptured with a Netflix series called Navallero, a South Korean story about a 70-year-old man who chooses to do ballet at 70 years old, despite what his family thinks of him and how they interfere with his attempt to do it. But she's not enraptured with the story as much as she is enraptured with this concept of honesty and beauty being delivered into evolutionary development. And watching the story unfold is for her a recognition that this honesty is delivered into the planetary atmosphere in many, many ways. And that delight and wonder in the opportunity to manifest physically our divinity into our daily lives can be represented to us in many, many, many ways. The arts are one of the greatest depositories of how honesty can activate our spirituality, can initiate an opportunity to listen to the directives of our souls. And there is great art in spirituality. All of the images, all of the sacred geometries, all of the unfolding images of divinity in the kingdoms of nature, especially the plant kingdoms. So much of sacred geometry can be found there. And in that honesty, because it just simply is, the beauty of a rose awakens in its own ways. The fragrance of a rose awakens in its own ways. The experience of waves in the ocean awaken in their own way. The beauty of sacred geometry in the shells found on beaches awaken in their own way. And honesty is not personal responsibility, because personal responsibility is born from honesty, but it is not honesty. Honesty is how your soul is choosing to physically manifest in your life. Dishonesty is how your ego is choosing to physically manifest in your life. And your words, your behaviors, your thoughts, your beliefs, they are either beautiful and creating more beauty, or they are ugly and creating more destruction. There's no in between. There's no gray matter between honesty and dishonesty, between beauty and ugliness, between manifesting life and destroying life. When you consider being honest with yourself, we are asking you to ask the question, how am I honestly contributing to the beauty of my world? How am I honestly contributing to the beauty of my world? And that, in word, deed, belief, thought, and hope. How am I creating from my divinity? How am I creating from my divinity? That's an honest expression of your evolution. And it is the only true, honest expression of your evolution. There are many ways to talk about beauty. Many, many, many ways. It doesn't matter which way you describe it, talk about it, create it. It's important that you be honest about how you're contributing beauty to your world. How you are honestly expressing your divinity in physical manifestation. Do you see how very different that is than being guilt-ridden about whether you said a lie, whether you had an omission, whether you did something you should have done, or you omitted doing something that you knew you should do? All of those things are in the realm of the ego, and they're useful in the realm of the ego. We are not dismissing the use of asking yourself those questions and moving into integrity and commitment to service and pure. We're not dismissing that. That's not, we are not doing that. But what we are talking about today and introducing you to is the context, the evolutionary context in which honesty is critical to the journey. Honesty is a contextual, essential aspect of evolution. And it is now with the awakening of the soul on these greater levels that we can ask these questions with you being able to understand the larger picture and the repercussions of creating beauty. Each of you honored beauty at the portal. You planted life. You threw crystalline beauty. You were the beauty that you shared on the land. You participated in a delightful, wondrous, healing opportunity for divinity to manifest itself more beautifully on the earth. You experienced the honesty of evolutionary development with the beauty and the power that comes from unconditionally loving life. That was majestic beyond measure. And you did it not because we asked you. You did it because you chose to. That's an honest expression of infusing divinity into physical manifestation. There is much to be explored here. The context being delivered is vast. We will enjoy exploring it with you through experience over the coming months. And we very much look forward to our time together. We thank you from the vastness of our being, and we support you from the depths of our being. May all life prosper in love, and may beauty be the gift that all share. May all life prosper in love, and may beauty be the gift that all share. We leave you with these words, and we know that it shall be so in your lives. And the blessings flow. Until we meet next week, remember to call upon us. We are your servants as well as your colleagues. For tonight, aho.